Welcome to Growing Belleville Through Community Chats, a podcast presented by the Greater Belleville Chamber of Commerce to help highlight, promote, and enlighten people, businesses, and community events in the Greater Belleville area. Here are your hosts, Stephen Sedlak and Eric Huber.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of Growing Belleville Through Community Chats. Stephen Sedlak here, co-host along with Eric Huber. How are we, Eric?
Doing well, Stephen. How are you?
Good. It's Eric's birthday today, by the way, Lisa. So I just
Thank you, Lisa.
I just got to keep saying it every time we're on. Anyway, we have Lisa Elbe of the organization called Without Limits Team Galaxy. How are you, Lisa?
Good. Doing great this morning so far.
Wonderful. Well, why don't you introduce yourself and kind of what the organization is, just so those that aren't familiar with it can get a quick rundown.
Sure. My name is Lisa Elbe, and I am the Special Olympics cheer coach for an organization called Without Limits Team Galaxy. And it's a new organization. It started with Katie Hassel. She started Without Limits Dance Company in 2018. And it's kind of grown since then. It started with dance classes, and then we added cheer. And then this past fall, we've also added Special Olympic sports with Rich Carruthers. He's the one that started Team Galaxy, so that's kind of how it came together, Without Limits Team Galaxy. So now we offer, all the different sports: swimming, soccer, flag football, golf, bowling, basketball. So we have all of the Special Olympic sports going on. And then we also have the arts, which is the dance, the cheer. We have a theater program. It's drama. And then, we'll have summer camps, art camps. And then they're going to start a drum line. And then the last aspect of our organization is our community. We've partnered with the Swansea Moose locally here in town, and they work with us, and they help us put on monthly social events every first Friday of the month. So the kids get to go, and they have dances, they do bingo. Next month is an Easter party. The month after that, they're putting on a prom for the kids. So, and then they also offer the kids opportunities to have community service. So it's grown quite quickly, and it just kind of exploded, which is awesome. So
yeah, I was going to say, you guys don't sound busy at all.
But then my focus is I'm the cheer coach. So we started our cheer squad in 2021 in July. So it's been a little bit over a year and a half. And since then, we've grown from 8 cheerleaders, and now we've got 30 cheerleaders. So it's been
that is awesome, and that's kind of what we wanted to at least touch on for a majority of today, is the fact that you guys on the cheer squad are going over to Germany here in June. So why don't you tell us a little bit about that? Because I think it's a phenomenal opportunity for these kids.
Right. So. It was last March that we're in talks with Darian Packard, who's in charge of international cheer. And since those talks, she has chosen 5 United States teams to be part of the international cheer team for the 2023 Special Olympics World Games, which are going to be held in Berlin, Germany this year. And so she selected our Without Limits So Cheer team to be one of those 5 cheer teams. So we were allowed to choose 4 cheerleaders from our team to represent our team. And altogether, United States will be, they'll have 20 cheerleaders representing the United States altogether. So, each of those 5 teams get to bring 4 cheerleaders. And then once we get over there, we'll be cheering with teams from Germany, from Pakistan, from Japan, all the other European countries. And altogether, the whole international cheer squad will have 90 cheerleaders altogether. So yeah, a couple of the cheers are even in German. So we have got a little work to do. Yeah.
I bet. You said before we hopped on here that you guys are not really going to compete, but more to cheer on and support the United States in the effort in the games, right?
Correct. Yes, we're called sideline, or they call it game day. So we're actually not going as competing athletes. We're just, they call us game day or sideline cheer. So we'll be performing each day. It's a event starts on June 17th and ends on the 25th. So it'll be a good 10 days of events for us each day, being busy. They have a festival for us on one of those days. So the really neat part about it is they've started sending us the cheers and the routines. So all of us will be learning all the same cheers and routines. And then once we get there, everybody will know, the same things.
So how was it, like you said, you guys started with 8, now you're up to 30 some odd, but you can only take 4. I'm sure that's pretty tough to kind of narrow down on that aspect. And how did you, I don't know if I'd like to make that decision.
Actually, our cheer team, we're more like a family. It's just the most amazing group of parents and kids that you can ever imagine. And, when I said that there was only 4 spots, a lot of the parents were like, well, I would rather somebody else take advantage of it, or,
Sure.
And so we had, some people that were interested, and, after talking to everyone, the ones that wanted to go were able to go. So, and the other ones that, were kind enough to, to say, I just want them to be able to go if they have, the means to go. So, the other thing is that since we're not actually competing athletes, we don't get any funding from Special Olympics Illinois.
Sure.
So normally, if you're a competing athlete, they pay for everything. The airfare, you get all the swag, you get your hotel, everything is paid for. But since we're actually not competing, we don't get any of that funding. So, we've been out trying to, raise some money to get, these kids to Germany. So. But we'll take it, whether we have to raise it or not. We'll still go. So we don't want to pass up this opportunity for sure.
Lisa, what opportunities are out there for, whether people to help, or you guys hosting events? What do you guys have going on to help these kids?
Right. Well, Mayor Gregory just did a kickoff event for us last week, which was amazing. She did a luncheon for us, which, we were able to introduce our cheer team and to kind of, get some exposure and let people know what we're doing, and able to get our GoFundMe out. We do have a GoFundMe. It's Without Limits Team Galaxy So Cheer. So if you would go to GoFundMe, you can find us there. You can always just mail a check to Without Limits So Cheer. And that would go to 2023 Hidden Lakes Drive, Belleville, Illinois, 62226. And we are a 501c3 organization. So, all the donations would be tax deductible. After the kickoff event, I had the Edge reach out to us, and they are doing some phenomenal things for us. On Tuesday, March 21st, we're doing a Pack the House night at the Edge. And they're going to be, giving the proceeds that go to the, the wristbands for the laser tag and the bumper cars. They're going to give that all back to the team. And then also 10% of the food and beverage, they're going to donate back to the team. And then not only that, there's a movie coming out called Champions, and it's about a special needs basketball team. And that's supposed to be coming out on March 10th, but they're able to start their screening on March 9th. So for the duration of that showing of Champions, they're going to donate $1 from each ticket that is sold to that movie throughout the duration of the movie that they show it at the Edge. So we are so thankful that they've stepped up with these huge events and all that. So if you want to support the Edge, that would be great. That'd be also supporting our cheer team. So yeah, some of the main ones, it's just the GoFundMe, and then, trying to get donations from family, friends, and local businesses. And then the Edge has really stepped up to really help us out. So we appreciate that so much.
And kudos to them. I know they're great people down there. So that's awesome for them to kind of step up right, from the beginning. So now you guys also had a little lunch at the mayor's office too, not too long ago, right?
Yes. That was last week. We had a lunch it was called the Kickoff. And when Mayor Gregory heard that we were selected to go to Germany. She was so excited for us, and for us to see that excitement and support was just overwhelming. The emotions, we had for her to be so excited for us that she, wanted to have this luncheon so people can, know what we're doing, introduce
Sure.
the team, let us know that we're not only representing the United States and Illinois, we are representing our hometown of Belleville. So we are so proud of Belleville, and I think we have a sister city in Germany somewhere.
I think you're right. Yeah.
So I was going to maybe see if we could reach out to them while we're there, maybe connect.
Yeah.
That might be kind of fun. So
Yeah.
we are so thankful for Mayor Gregory to do all that she did. She hosted the lunch and paid for the whole lunch and everything herself, and she personally donated to our team. So we're just very, very thankful that everybody is as excited as we are, because you never know how people are going to support you. So
right.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's amazing being on these podcasts with a couple different, our business owners in Belleville, and we continue to say all the time, I was born and raised in Belleville, and half the businesses we have on there we're either hearing for the first time or we learned something new about them that we never heard. And, right here we have, a group of individuals that are, heading over to the world stage and going to cheer for U.S. I mean, it's just awesome. I'm intrigued, Lisa, my question, what kind of draw you into maybe coaching, individuals with special needs, the cheerleading competition? What got you into that? What drew you to that?
Well, I have been dancing my whole entire life. And then I used to teach dance for a lady called Maureen Florick, and she kind of got me into teaching pom routine. So I started at her studio. It was Maureen's dance studio. And then very sadly, she passed away of breast cancer. And at the time I was in college, and they kind of passed the business to me. So I ran Maureen's dance studio for many, many years. And it was such a blessing, and it was my passion for sure. And after I had my third daughter, Kennedy, she had some special needs. So that's kind of where I kind of turned my focus into Kennedy. And whenever Without Limits came to be and they needed a cheer coach, I volunteered to take on the role. And it was, something that I was very passionate about. One, I love cheer and dance. And, then my daughter, Kennedy, that's her most favorite thing in the whole wide world. When she was at Belleville East, they let Kennedy be the manager of the team. And Coach Courtney Cook was just absolutely amazing. They let her get all of the cheer uniforms, and they let her learn whatever cheer she could. She got to go on the bus and go to all the games. And so after that, I was like, oh my gosh, this is before, Without Limits had cheer. I said, what am I going to do when she graduates? I mean, this is her whole life. This is everything she wants to do. So whenever cheer actually became an official sport in 2019, so the timing was just exactly the same. As soon as she graduated, there was Special Olympics cheer for her. So that's kind of how I got started, and I don't think I'll ever quit. So these girls and these parents, it's just I thank God every day I'm able to do this, and it's such a wonderful opportunity for me to see these kids and to see them grow and to see them do things that they never thought they might be able to do. And even for parents, even being able to see them have opportunities that they might have never thought that they could actually do. So this past December, we actually got to perform in Disney, at Disney World in Florida, at a Disney parade in Magic Kingdom. And then we also got to perform one of our routines on the Beauty and the Beast stage. So yeah, just being able to give these girls opportunities like this. And then when the World Games came about, I was like, oh my gosh, am I dreaming? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's quite a lot that you guys have gotten over the last 8, 9, 10 months or so with the Disney aspect, and then now this. So I think that just probably speaks highly of in regards to you guys and how you run the organization as well. So kudos to you guys. And I think Eric can probably agree with this here. We've had, on the podcast, just a few nonprofit organizations and whatnot. And, you can really see when somebody has the passion for how they're giving back. And I think the most successful ones of these organizations are those people that are in place there because they're giving back with something that they have a passion for, which you clearly do. So I think it's just a testament to how you guys are running things over there.
Oh, thank you very much. Yes, and it's just not me. I have lots of
Sure.
volunteers that help me coach. One of them is my daughter, Madeline Elbe, and she was a cheerleader at Altoff. And, like I said, we grew up here in Belleville. We've been here forever. So, we've got other parents that help step up to help coach because, with 30 kids, I can't be everywhere. So it's great to have that support and to help, have all these other coaches that help me out. So it's great. And then we actually were also invited this past February to perform at the IHSA state cheer competition. So we were in the arena in front of all the best cheerleaders in the state of Illinois. Here's our little team from Belleville, Special Olympics team that we got to do an exhibition, our routine for. So, and we got a standing ovation. It was just amazing. The tears are flowing, of course.
Right.
But yeah.
And I'm sure that's why you do it, right? It's not only are you making it fun for the kids, but the sense of pride and feeling that you get from doing it as well too is always a rewarding aspect as well, I'm sure.
No, it is. But yeah, we do it for the kids. The joy that we see in their faces and the excitement that they see. And some of them, when they put that cheer uniform on, it's like they've just made a dream come true. Just being able to, I'm a cheerleader,
right.
A real cheerleader doing real, cheer stuff. So yeah, that's what we want to do is make them feel like, they can do anything that anybody else can.
Sure.
So.
Was there any did you guys break the news to them any special way about being selected for this? And, kind of what were their reactions when you told them?
Well, I just, on Facebook, we have our private Facebook group where we, put our practice information, and I put in there a, special announcement, news announcement, and then we had a parent meeting, and then when I announced it, they were all so excited, that we were, just invited to even, be considered, one to be considered, two to actually be one of the ones that were picked. And then, like you said, we had to go through the, the process of, figuring out who would actually get to go. So, and it actually went a lot easier than I thought.
Yeah.
The great people that we have on our team. So.
Right. Well, let's touch a little bit more on Without Limits as an organization, right? If people want to learn more about it, how do they go about it? What's a good way to, help maybe but bring awareness to people that have, kids with special needs that would like to go down a similar path of whether it be flag football or soccer or cheerleading, whatever, kind of what's the best reason?
Right. Well, you can always go to our website, it's Without Limits Team Galaxy. And there's contact information on there, information on, the different sports that we offer. They're always welcome to, call us. We're 618-719-3140. They can always call and get information. It's just reaching out to us. We have they can send us an email. It's withoutlimits@gmail.com. They can always send me an email, and I can always send them all the information. It's just, it's easy if people want to volunteer, if they are interested in maybe being a coach, if they're passionate about a certain sport. Our next few sports are going to be softball. Right now we have soccer. We have Danny Politis is going to be helping us out with some golf. So we're excited about that. And then we have bowling. Right now we also have swimming. And then right now we're also putting on Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is our drama. It's our theater. So anyone who's interested in theater, we love to have you aboard, or whether or not you want to be an actual, special needs member, or if you want to be a volunteer, you can always reach out to us. We'd love to have you. So.
All right, Lisa, I got a question here.
Sure.
I'm checking out the website, and on athletics, we have snowshoeing.
Yes, we have snowshoeing.
So, obviously we don't get that much snow, but
I was gonna say, I think Eric's wanting to coach that.
It's funny, we do practice even though we don't have snow. Because the winter games are up in Galena, Illinois, and there's plenty of snow up there. But
Usually, yeah.
we put our snowshoes on and we practice in the park, and they just go and practice on the grass and work on their endurance. And if we do have a snow day, we're all excited. Let's get our snowshoes out. Get practice here. So.
I was going to say, when the snow comes, I'm sure that's let's go. It's a full day of practice, right?
It's not a snow day. It's a practice day. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, I would have to say, and add to it as you will, but I grew up, Steve and I both, playing sports, and I'm sure this organization, for kids with special needs to be able to be on that team aspect. I know for myself, there's just lessons, and it was just invaluable in my life. The friendships, the coaches, the mentors. I'm sure you could add to even a kid with special needs how much more that probably impacts their life.
Oh, it does. I mean, before Kennedy was in, the Special Olympics, I mean, she had friends and acquaintances, but once she got to be on a team, like with cheer, I mean, she has made lifelong, forever friends. I mean, and this is her circle of friends. This is kind of like her life, when she goes to see all these kids. This is her whole social life, especially when they start to get a little bit older. Once they get to find this group of kids, that's who she wants to be around and to hang out with, because most typical teenagers and, young adults, they can go out in their car and go, be social with other kids, but, our kids rely on their parents to bring them to these events and bring them to the Special Olympic sports and, to these community events like the Moose Lodge helps us put on. And it's not even just the kids that are benefiting from it, it's the parents, because a lot of the parents never realize there's a group of people that understand them and how they live and the worries they have and the things that they think about. So it's just a blessing. I don't know what we'd do without it. So yeah. And as far as just sports, learning all those lessons, learning how to lose, learning how to win, and team camaraderie, and respect for your other teammates, and the respect for your coach, and it's the same as regular kids, learning all those things. So yeah, and if you have a sport that you're passionate about and you want to help, we'd love to have you help coach. So come on over.
I think Eric's in for snowshoeing. He'll help out there.
Hey, I think it's 73 today. I think snow's in the forecast. The next day or two. So if we get some snow, I'll shoot you an email. I'll come over.
Yeah. There we go. But yeah, we'd like to be able to just reach more of the Special Olympics community in the area, and maybe reach out to some of the schools so that they know that we're here and we're a resource. Maybe that. During some of the IEP meetings, they would be able to, pass on our information, and, kids and parents that might not know we exist. There's a place for them to go, and a place for them to, find their passion with everything that we offer now. There's pretty much a little bit of everything for everybody. So between the sports and the arts and, the community service. So yeah, our last community service project we did, we put together blankets. We did the tie blankets. We got together and tied for the Colleen Nesbitt Foundation. They were putting some together for some of the children's hospitals. So that was our last project. So we're so proud.
Yeah. You guys have quite the full slate. That's for sure. You guys have a lot to offer. So I think that's also, and you guys just keep growing. It sounds like too, of different things to offer.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm very thankful you've invited us to the podcast, not only to, celebrate our, invitation to the World Games, but to, teach our community a little bit more about, Without Limits Team Galaxy and all the things that, we offer the special needs community in this area. So, and it's not just Belleville. We have some from Troy and Highland. They come from a little bit of everywhere kind of around this area. So.
Yep. Well, hey, we want to be respectful of your time. Again, what's a good way for people to get in touch with you one more time, or the organization, I should say, as well?
Sure. They can reach out to call us at 618-719-3140. They can go to our website, Without Limits Team Galaxy. They can email us, Without Limits SO cheer@gmail.com. Reach out to us anytime. We're happy to answer any kind of questions that you have, whether it's for parents looking for something for their special needs child, or if you're wanting to get involved as, in helping out as being a volunteer, or if you're, maybe with the school district and want to learn more on how we can get information to you to, pass on to your students. That would be great. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you. And congratulations once again on being chosen, and I hope you guys have a fabulous trip over to Berlin.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks for hopping on.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the Growing Belleville Through Community Chats podcast. Please remember to follow and subscribe to this podcast and share with your friends and community leaders. For additional information from this podcast, please reach out to the Greater Belleville Chamber of Commerce.